Hello and welcome to Pet Pals. I'm Bethany Davidson, Humane Educator here at Frederick County Animal Control, and joining me as always is fan favorite volunteer Randy Cooper. The first dog that we have for you today is Samson, and Samson is kind of unusual because he is color-coded blue. We rarely have blue color-coded dogs here at the shelter. Those are the dogs that are the nicest, well-mannered, calmest dogs, and those are the dogs that people usually keep. Samson came to us because his owners are facing some financial hardship, so they brought him here so that we could find another good home for him. As you can see, he's perfectly comfortable rolling on the floor with Randy, getting some belly rubs. There's not a lot of barking. He's just very mellow, chilled out and relaxed. He's okay with all people. He's not afraid of strangers. He's been around cats. He's been around other dogs. Because he's also older at 6 years old, he's very calm. He has all of those great traits. He rides well in the car. He walks well on the leash. He's friendly. He's playful. He knows a lot of stuff. He knows a lot of the basic commands, including sit, come. He understands the word no. He understands go. He likes his treats, as you can see there. He also loves to play fetch. His previous owners said that he doesn't care what it is. He'll play with a stick. He'll play with a ball. He'll play fetch with pretty much anything. So if you're looking for just a really solid, well-mannered dog, please stop by and visit Samson. He probably will not be here for long. This is the type of dog that most people are looking for, and he's going to be snapped up pretty quickly. The next girl we have on our show is a puppy. She doesn't necessarily look like it, but she's 7 months old. We have her listed as a pit mix, but her previous owner who brought her in has her listed as a boxer pit mix, and that's pretty clear when you look at her face. She was brought to us because she was aggressive toward her owner's 9-month-old. So we have her listed for older children in adult home only. Now, we don't necessarily know what the exact circumstances of those situations were. We don't know if the kid was being touching her too much or in her face or what happened. So the best way to truly see how Roxy will interact with you and your family is to come in and visit. We set you up in the play yard or in one of our larger outdoor kennels or even here in this education room that we use for the show and let you play fetch with her, interact with her, pet her, see how she is with every member of your family before you take her home. And that's truly going to be the best way. We do a good job. We try to make sure that our volunteers and our staff are putting the information out there about her behavior. We assess them all, but it's hard to tell what they're going to be like with your family until you actually come and interact with her. She is a little shy. She wasn't too bad with Randy today, but her owners have said that she is shy around and nervous around new people and that she is afraid of strangers. So that's something that you're going to want to take into consideration when you're meeting her. She's going to take a little time to warm up to you. It might even take her longer to feel really comfortable in your home once you've decided you want to add her to your family. Because she is 7 months old, she still has those puppy behaviors. She pulls a little bit on her leash. She can bark and jump, but that's all stuff that can be fixed with training and with a little time. She does already know things like sit and stay and come, so she is very trainable. Just if you're interested in adding a puppy to your home that you can train and groom to be what you're looking for, then please stop by and visit with Roxy. The next dog that we have for you today is Angel, and she is a female Maltese mix. We have aged her at approximately 2 years old, and she came to us because her owner was having some medical issues and was going into the hospital and couldn't take care of her for anymore, and so she brought her to us, which was the right thing to do so that we could help find her a new forever home. We have her listed as an older children and adult home only. She seems to be very calm and doing okay here, but her owner did say that she had fear of loud noises and strangers, so she needs that quieter home to feel calm and relaxed and safe. When she walked in here, she was easy to walk on leash. She is also a fan of other dogs. She likes to be around other dogs. She will need to be spayed. Like a lot of the animals that we've had on the show today, they have not yet been spayed or neutered. Before any of the animals leave the shelter, they will be spayed and neutered. That's a part of our adoption fee. At 2 years old, Angel will be going home for $92.50. In addition to that spay and neuter, all the animals will go home rabies vaccinated. They'll go with their county license, and they'll also be microchipped, so that if in the event that your animal were to get out and come to us as a stray, we can check that chip number and make sure that they get back to you as quickly as possible. If you're looking to add a pretty calm, chill, small dog to your home, please stop by and visit with Angel. So these guys are named Ilsa and Anna, and they're just one of 3 of the bonded pairs that we have on the adoption floor right now. So we have 6 dogs that are bonded and have to go home with a playmate, a best friend. Elsa is the red pom mix, and Anna is the black and gray terrier mix. Elsa is listed as 8 to 10 years old, and Anna is listed as 6 to 8. They came to us as strays, so we don't know a lot about them other than that they love each other very much. They both have a little bit of tartar on their teeth, so that's just general stuff when your animals get older. That's something that you're going to have to look for and maintain and get their dental taken care of. Anna does have an occasional irregular heartbeat, but she doesn't have a murmur. So if you take these guys home, that's something that you're going to have to make sure that you're getting her the proper vet care and that you're continuing to check up on that and make sure that she's healthy in that area of her life. They're both really friendly. They're have favorable reactions to other dogs. They're easy to walk. Elsa is a little bit of the shyer of the 2. She takes a little coaxing to get her to come out, but once she's out, she seems to be doing pretty well here with Randy, but she is with her best friend, so that's probably calming her down a little bit. But if these guys are not the type of dog that you're looking for, but you want 2, we do still have Chip and Dale. They were on the show last week. We had previously assessed them and decided that they could go apart, but they've been reevaluated and they are now listed as bonded. And they have also gotten some fresh new haircuts, so they are looking much nicer and more handsome than we saw them last week. And we also still have Daisy and Lilo, the Coonhound and Jack Russell pair that are bonded. We've also reevaluated Daisy's age. We had her previously listed as 10 years old, and now she's been listed as 7.5. So they are 6.5 and 7.5 if you're looking to add that special group of girls to your home. So any of the animals that you have seen today are available for adoption. There's many more that you haven't seen, so please stop by. If you haven't found what you're looking for, it might be here on the show, it might be here at the shelter. And that's going to wrap it up for the dog portion of our show. We'll be back with some feline friends that you can add to your home after this break.
Hola, bonjour. Thinking about learning a foreign language? How about taking a few business courses online? Or you might just want to relax by flipping through a magazine on your mobile device. Good news! Frederick County Public Library rolled out 3 new great digital tools to help you learn the convenient way. First is Rosetta Stone, the premier language learning program with invaluable tools to help you master any one of 30 languages. Lynda.com offers all kinds of online business and tech courses to take in the comfort of your own home. And these can help you achieve your own personal and professional goals. And Flipster offers 15 popular digital magazines such as People, Time Magazine, that you can read on your mobile device and even download the app, which makes it a super easy and fast way to enjoy these magazines. 3 exciting new digital tools offered to you by Frederick County Public Libraries. They're all free, and you need only your library card to get started. Visit fcpl.org for more.
Here's a special message to Frederick County employers. Are you planning to fill open positions? Have you been struggling to find the skills you require among job applicants? Frederick County Workforce Services not only offers solutions, but will also save your business time and money. We offer many benefits at no cost to your organization, such as a member of our professional team will serve as a point of contact for your recruitment and training needs. We'll consult with you to develop a customized recruitment plan for your organization. We can connect you with grant funding that is designated for hiring and training new employees. You'll have access to our on-site recruitment event space to meet with qualified candidates in person. We'll provide you with a variety of job listing opportunities, connecting you with a wide range of local talent. All this and more at no cost to you. To connect with us, visit frederickworks.com today.
The Frederick Green Homes Challenge is now online. Visit frederickgreenchallenge.org to sign up for a free account and start saving energy, saving money, and reducing your environmental impact. Learn about actions you can take from small to big, like upgrading your light bulbs, using water-saving devices, or installing a renewable energy system. Add actions to your to-do list, earn points for completing actions, and track your savings, all online. You can even post your story and learn from the experience of others. To get started, visit frederickgreenchallenge.org and click Take the Challenge.
Hi there! I'd like to tell you about a great opportunity for homeschool families right here at Fountain Rock Park. Our staff is dedicated to the idea of presenting science and nature concepts to all children, and with this in mind, we've developed an all-new series of homeschool classes. Subjects include animals, trees, geology, weather, and more. At Fountain Rock, the emphasis is on active, engaged learning. Our hour-and-a-half programs contain equal parts of class time, hands-on time, and outdoor exploration. For more information, check out recreator.com or feel free to call us.
Hello and welcome back. This next guest that we have for you is new to the adoption floor, but he has quickly become one of my favorites. He definitely makes an impression. He's hard to miss, as you can see by his size. This is Henry, and Henry weighs in at a whopping 26 pounds. He is 9 years old, and he is, oddly enough, a lap cat. This is where he wants to be. Randy calls him a two-lap cat because he's so large. He's very friendly. When you come up to his cage, Henry immediately jumps down. He wants you to play with him. He's quick to purr. He loves to be played with and petted with. He's pretty quick on his feet despite his size. But anybody who's going to be bringing Henry into their home needs to realize that he's going to need to be on a strict diet. You're probably going to have to weigh his food, and you can't let him graze on his own. You're going to have to feed him at specific times of the day. You always want to talk to your vet about what the ideal weight is for your animal and how to go about that weight loss. But just as a general guideline, for the ideal weight of your pet, you should be able to feel their ribs and spine with minimal fat pads under there. And I don't think that that's something that anybody can do right now with Henry. But he is super sweet and he has a lot of potential. And he is listed as a senior cat, but at 9 years old, he still has a lot of life left in him. So he will be going home for a discount of $20. So he could be yours and keeping your bed fully warm this winter for $77.50. This pretty girl is Lucy, and she is a 5 to 6 year old tortie. She came to us because she was having some trouble with the kids in the home where she lived. The mom was saying that she had just scratched her son too many times, and that's not. There could be a lot of reasons for that. We don't know exactly what the situation was. Sometimes cats are just playing, and they're scratching by accident. Sometimes they're telling us that they do not like something, and as kids, especially young kids, aren't paying attention to the body language that the cats are using to tell us how they're feeling. And when they're, all else fails, they will scratch or bite, just so that they can get out of that situation that they're not comfortable with. So you want to make sure that when you're bringing any pet, whether it's a cat or a dog, rabbit, into your home, that you're teaching your children the proper way to handle them and to listen to what the cat's telling them through their vocalization, whether they're meowing, hissing, or their body language. Are they hunching up, or are they backing away? You just want to pay a lot of attention to that. So even though Lucy's had that issue, she's still going to be a great pet. She's a little shy at first, but she's eager to explore. She wants to get down and see what's going on around her. She is going to take some time to warm up to a new family. She's a little nervous, so you want to make sure that when you're bringing her home into a smaller environment, maybe one room to start. If you just let her have the whole house, it's a little overwhelming for not just for her, but for any animal that's used to living in the shelter environment. That's a big change, and sometimes when they're afraid, they'll go and hide under your furniture and you can't get to them. It makes that transition to living in your home much more difficult. So you want to make sure that you're putting them in a smaller room, you're going in and visiting with them, letting them get comfortable with you and the smells and sounds of your home. And then when you open your full house up to them, they'll be eager to come spend time with you instead of hiding. So if you're interested in adding this beautiful cat to your home, please stop by and visit. If you've been to the shelter recently, you may have missed seeing Hollow. After a stint in our sick room, being treated for a kitty cold and being spayed, she has made her way back out to public view. She's in our kitty cabana area, which is a little bit more isolated than the regular adoption floor, just so that we can transition her slowly back out to the full floor. That area is open to visitors if you want to stop and see what's available in there. Just want to make sure that you're keeping your hands fully sanitized. We don't want to touch anything unless we're sure that we are interested in serious adopters and really think that she might be a good fit for our home. Hollow is 2 years old. She's a domestic short hair. We don't know why she was brought back to us, but we do have some information from her previous owner. She can be a little bit shy, so that's one of the things that you're going to want to consider when you're bringing her out for a visit or into your home. It's going to take her a little time to warm up to you. The longer we sit here, the more comfortable she gets with Randy as he's giving her lots of love and attention. She's purring now. She is playful and friendly. I visited with her yesterday in her kennel, and she was very sweet. Wants you to pet her. She's willing to play with toys. She's easy to handle. I was trying to get her picture taken, and she was very easy to handle and cooperative in that endeavor. One of the things that her previous owner did note about her was that she does like to claw on furniture, but she also uses a scratching pad. Anytime you are dealing with a behavior like the scratching or the climbing on furniture, curtains, whatever, you want to make sure that you're, number one, providing them with an alternative that they can scratch on. In this case, she was using a scratching pad. You can do scratching post, the climbing trees, and you can also do things to modify her behavior. The most common thing is letting her know that you do not like it by, telling her no and squirting her with a squirt bottle. That seems to be a very effective technique to modify behaviors in cats. They don't like that. It's cheap and it's easy. You can have multiple squirt bottles in every room. But all cats need to learn those things, that they have to know the limits in your home. So once you teach her those things, she's going to be a great fit with any family. If you like that brown tabby look, but you're more into the longer hair, then Kitty might be what you're looking for. She is a domestic medium hair. She's 1 to 2 years old. We don't know a whole lot about her because there was no profile given, so even though she was previously owned, the information that we have on her is based on what our staff and shelter volunteers have found out through interacting with her personally. She's been here for about 2 months. She is very eager to come to the cage when people are visiting. If you're visiting with an animal next to her, She'll stick her hand out of the cage and say, hey, you know, what about me? Please come see me. She's a little jealous of the attention. She definitely wants some of her own. She likes to play in her cage. I've helped a couple people visit with her, and she's fine with being held. Even one point somebody was holding her not very nicely, and she was okay with that. She didn't really put up a fight. She's perfectly content sitting here on Randy's lap right now, being a lap cat, getting lots of attention. Sean mentioned earlier that her fur felt a little bit like rabbit fur, so she's very soft. If you just want somebody to be soft and hang out and cuddle with you, she's given kisses. She's very affectionate. So, you know, you see how she is here, but the best way for anybody to assess whether an animal is what they're looking for is to come and visit. Animals behave differently with different people, just like people behave differently with different people. So you want to know how they're going to be with you, and the only way to do that is to come in and visit. So if you're interested in adding this beautiful kitty to your family, please stop by and visit us at 1832 Rosemont Avenue. This next guy is another one of my favorites. He's a recent addition to the adoption floor. He came out on the 28th of July. He is very sweet. He is so affectionate. He loves to be handled. He's trying to explore a little bit right now, but I've had him out before, and he just wants you to pet him. One of our other volunteers, Debbie, he was just loving the fact that she was holding him and cuddling him. When we took some photos last weekend, he has a lot of energy left in him. He is 13 years old. So as you can see, he's eager to play. He's still curious about everything. So we don't want to discount our senior pets. A lot of people lately have been coming in and telling me that they've had pets cats that have lived to be 18, 19, 20 years old. So at 13, Taco here could have another good 7 years of life left to live, or, you know, he could have less. But regardless, we want to make sure that he's spending his golden years in a nice, loving home. We don't want him to be spending the rest of his time here at the shelter with us. He is purring super loudly right now. He's loving this attention. He still likes to play. According to his owners, they said that he loves catnip, he loves toys. We don't give animals catnip here in the shelter, but when you get him home, that's definitely something that you could try and see how, you know, he loves and enjoys that. He did come to us through no fault of his own. There was, after a substantial period with his family, some allergies had developed, and that's why he was brought to us. So, you know, he is a great cat because he's so experienced at being in a home. When you bring him into your family, he's going to settle in very quickly. So he's going to make a great pet for anybody. And because he is a senior pet, he's going to go home for a discount. So if you're interested in adding one of my favorites, Taco, to your family, please stop by and visit him. And as always, if you haven't seen any of the animals that you're looking for to add to your home on the show, please stop by the shelter and visit us. There's always more than you see here on the show in the shelter. We might have what you're looking for back on our adoption floor. So thank you for watching this edition of Pet Pals.
I'm Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner. From the shores of the Potomac River to the foothills of the Catoctin Mountains, with all the farms and bustling communities in between, there's truly something for everyone in Frederick County. Come and explore Frederick County's rich history and be part of our bright future.
Serving on the front lines, the Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center has 6 animal control officers and a supervisor. These officers cover all of Frederick County, including the municipalities and Frederick City.
We're mostly complaint-driven, which means a citizen from the county or somebody that happens to be in our area calls in a complaint to either our office or the Emergency Communications Department. We respond to all types of complaints with domestic animals, from running at large to the pickup of stray animals, injured, sick, complaints of neglect and cruelty, and animal bites. For the wildlife here in Frederick County, we only respond to calls for sick, injured, or possibly rabid. Depending on that information, we'll dispatch an animal control officer to that location to investigate the complaint, to find out if it's valid, if there's a basis for the complaint, and then we can take action based on the officer's findings. Our first tool is education. We talk to people every day, we educate people every day on how to be a more responsible pet owner, educate them on the local laws and ordinances here in Frederick County. If education doesn't work, we can proceed to verbal warnings, written warnings, and then ultimately civil citations, which is a fine. Our fines in Frederick County begin at $50 for a first offense, $75 for a second offense, and $100 for a third and subsequent.
Most of the animals brought into the shelter are picked up as strays or are relinquished by their owners. But regardless of how they ended up here, all the animals are brought in through Animal Control's intake area.
They're all processed, photographed, documented, and placed in the appropriate area. We have different areas for cats, dogs, animals that are healthy, animals that are sick or aggressive. So once they become residents here at the Animal Control Center, we start to evaluate them for health and temperament, and then based on our findings, they'll put on a pathway, hopefully to adoption, rescue, or to be placed in a permanent home.
If you need to contact an animal control officer, officers are in the office daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., and an officer is on call every night from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. for animal-related emergencies.
Our phone is the quickest and most efficient way to reach us. The direct line for the officers is 301-600-1544. For an animal-related emergency, please call 301-600-2558. That phone number will be answered 24/7. You'll always reach a person. Whatever information is relayed to the dispatcher, they can in turn send it out to the animal control officers. We respond to calls based on priority. Calls for aggressive animals, animal bites, neglect and cruelty, sick, possibly rabid, assisting other agencies in the county. Those are priority calls, so we try to handle those first. Some of our less important calls, like the pickup of stray animals, general information complaints, nuisance barking, things like that, we'll handle as quickly as possible. But like I said, we have priority calls that we try to focus on first.